Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing today? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. You guys looking good. You guys looking so good. Put down the chat where you're coming from, what you do, what's your big why. I want to know because I do care. This is Dr. Chau live, so I can see you, I can feel you. And Happy New Year to everybody. So I'll do everything in my power to make it worth your while today. Give you 20 years of my experience as entrepreneur, 10 years in the midterm rental business. Who in here want to make six-figure passive with real estate without owning any properties, without having any employees, or even if you don't have any experience? Okay. We have helped so many people done this, and we can help you as well. Tampa, nice to see you. Yeah, turn on your camera, guys. Good to see you guys. The more we can see you, the more we can do business with you, okay? The more people like you, the more people trust you, the more we can do business with you. Jasper Holmes, good to see you. Vital, Jacqueline, Toyin, Brenda, Eugene, Tony, I can see you guys. Arena, okay? So let's make it happen. What's your big why? What's your New Year resolution? I want to know. Everybody want to know. What are you going to commit to this year? Okay. Why are you here? It's the most important thing. Why are you here? You know, I'm here for you. What's your big why? Okay. So put that down in the chat, guys. What's your big why? Is it your family? Is it your spouse? Is it your travel? What is it you really want to do? Okay. Awesome, awesome. We're gonna get started right here. I said, buy more homes, okay? Why? To get what? Why do you want more homes? To get cash flow, right? Why do you want cash flow? Ultimately, it's freedom, right? It's all about freedom. It's all about financial freedom. And you don't need to buy the home to make money off of it, by the way. You can either rent it or co-host it, which we're going to talk about and touch on it a little bit today as well. So, before we get going here, if you want to check out more testimonials, beyondbnbsecrets.com/testimonials. Okay, drop that link in the chat for everybody. Just real quick to show you guys that we are the #1 in the industry. We have been shout out by Grant Cardone. You have a Grant Cardone as the king of real estate. Also, I'm a Tony Robbins Platinum Partners. I play chess to service with Branson. We involved in a lot of you know, big players like big billionaires circles, because we are legit, right? We are the #1 in the industry. We've been around the most, have the most success stories, and that's why we have the attention with all these billionaires. So they're not gonna hang out with anybody. So, but anyway, check this out.
Người này là một người rất là vĩ đại, rất là hay.
Grant Cardone.
What do you think about corporate housing? Airbnb arbitrage.
Love it, love it.
Love it. Yeah.
I love anything that's big.
Yeah, dude. Let's do it.
But
Real
I like
estate,
you, man.
right?
You the man, bro.
That's right.
And by the way, the part of the world where you come from is going to change the entire game on planet Earth.
Absolutely.
You guys have a responsibility to get game up, elevate, baby, get your game up.
That's right. We need
You
more
gonna translate on that for me,
I
right?
know. I'm gonna
Translate on that for me.
Ok các bạn, hãy theo Uncle G, ok? Người này là một người rất là
I translate in my language, but anyway. Okay, so, and I will share with you this.
average of.
I'm officially leaving my pharmacist career, the job, next month. I'm gonna be drafting my resignation letter. Well, I have other business endeavor as well. So in addition to that, I'm gonna focus on that and then the corporate housing.
That is awesome. How much are you making now?
Well, on average, $20,000. Last month was my biggest month, of course. I grossed up $50,000.
Wow.
First time.
How long did it take you?
9 months now.
How long did it take you to be a pharmacist?
forever.
Actually got 2 appointments on Tuesday for 2 houses.
Nice.
And I've made a personal goal to at least get 8 houses before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do everything I can to beat that number.
That's 20K a month, baby. There we go.
Started 5 months ago, and since
made it
an
happen, by
average
the
of
way.
one
You
every
made it
month.
happen,
I'm at
20K a month.
6 right now. Just talked to another landlord last night. Looks like we'll probably sign number 7 here next week. It's exciting.
How much are we making with this?
About 12,000 a month.
1,000 a month. Yeah,
Um,
so peaceful, man. Look at this guy. He's oh, he got money all over his face, man.
I've been doing about 1 a month, but I think in the next 12 months, I want to do 20 in the next 12 months. So.
I'm a realtor in San Antonio. Life before was good, but life now is great. I started in mid-May or something like that. Got my property in June. Took about 2 weeks, furnished it, launched it. Less than 24 hours after that, I got a booking and I've been 100% booked ever since.
Let's go. And how much profit are you making on that property per month?
I net about 3K a month from that property.
Yeah, you're not really doing much of anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. The network you provide, man, the tools you provide, people we're around, we teach us so much knowledge, man.
I met Dr. Chau at one of the Tony Robbins events, and he told me about this business. So I decided to take action right away. My wife really loved this idea. It took me about a couple of weeks. I got the place fixed up. It looked good. The first house, I averaged about $7,000 profit.
A month, by the way.
A month. I really like the program. Everything is good. I'm working on my second property. It's just that because I've been doing it for 3 months. So if I would have had 3 houses, I probably would have had another 50K or something in my pocket. So yeah, this is it's good money, easy money. You'll be in some beach somewhere and just, getting paid. So that's cool.
I am a student with Dr. Chau's mentorship. We finally got our rentals, our arbitrage, so everything's going good. We got our bookings. And yesterday we joined the elite. Honestly, with this, we get to know everything Dr. Chau knows. We get to be personal friends with him. It's so much like education because the value, it's way more than what he says. And in my opinion, it's the greatest thing that he's gonna do for everyone in this room. Thank you, Dr. Chau.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Let's go. Awesome. So you can see we have single mom, teenager, and a truck driver that we help make 6 figures within 6 to 9 months, the first year. Okay. How many want to make 6-figure passive within the first year doing this without any experience, by the way? A lot of them don't even have any houses. Okay. You don't even need any of that. All you need is the know-how, the right community, and the right mentorship. Okay. So put down in the chat how much you want to make a month, a year from now. Let's set our year goal right now. I'm so happy and grateful. Write that down. I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn 10K, 15K, 20K, 30K a month by December 31st, 2025. Okay. And why? Why is that important for you? Is it take care of your family? Is it the look on your spouse's face when they look at you as you retire them? Is it your mom and dad? Is it your kids? Why are you doing this? Why is this important for you? You want to go 7 level deep, guys. 7 level wide. Like Tony Robbins, billionaire Tony Robbins taught me. I mean, I've been to his home before, but the 7 level deep is ask why is that important? And then why is that important? Why is that important? Keep on asking until you really go down to the core. And when you do it right, when you have tears in your eyes, okay? That's when you know that you really know your true why, right? So I highly challenge you to do that now, since it's the new year. We have a new chances in life all the time. And this is a great chance to set the goal, set the vision. Without vision, people will perish. So you gotta have your vision now, okay? But I will do everything in my power in the next pretty much like 45, 50 minutes here to give you my very best of what I learned when quick story for me. I immigrated from Vietnam, came to America with nothing and thought the way to be is become a doctor, right? Doctor, lawyer, engineer, you have been told that. Did everything I can to become a pharmacist, got my MBA. I quickly found out within my first year, I actually won the pharmacy of the year for a Fortune 1 company. And I quickly found out I leaned against the wrong wall because they give me a lot more work, a lot less time off, and they give me less help because they know that I can handle it, right? They know that they can suck more blood out of me. My wife, who also have been 15 years nurse, super proud of her. She climbed from a CMA all the way to regional director of 11 facilities, over 1,000 employees. And COVID happened, and they make her double her work, and risk her life. Also make her, do like way more than she paid for. So we like this is corporate, corporate BS basically. It's a lot of corporate BS where we don't want to deal with. For me, a lot of companies are great, but a lot of them it's more like modern slavery. Almost, you've seen the movie The Matrix. Like everybody's stuck in this matrix and just going through the rat race, going through the motion. And I'm set out to change that, because once I broke free, when I retired, when I was 33, retired my mom and dad, took care of them, and now retired my wife. I can tell you that life has never been the same. Life is like night and day. I literally like my views looking out the beach, not just any beach, but the most expensive beach in the world right now. I was able to travel with my wife all over. We just, decided last minute to go to Vegas for New Year's. We stayed there, not for a day, but for the whole week. We just been to Paris, the Olympics, Santorini, Greece this year, this past few months. And it's freedom. It's all about freedom. And all of this, I can just decide on like this. If we decide to, fly to, I don't know, somewhere tomorrow, we can do that. And that's what freedom is all about. It's not just about the money freedom, but it's about the time freedom with your loved one, and relationship freedom, because you don't have to talk with anybody when you don't want to. Okay, that's true freedom, right? And location freedom is very important. If you don't have location freedom, you don't have absolute freedom. With this business, you can have location freedom, you can have time freedom, you can have relationship freedom, because this is one of the best, if not the best, opportunities where you can have as passive income as possible. So today we're going to cover corporate housing, midterm rental, no property required, and how to find the best location, because real estate is all about location, 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 right? So first, I want to talk about owning versus renting. What's the big difference? Okay. So why do we do arbitrage? Why do we rent to rent? Because for one home that you buy and rehab, have y'all ever done, like, you bought, rehab a home? It's such a pain in the butt, right? You don't want to do ever want to do rehab again, or fix and flip. It's just like, it's always get delayed. There's always dealing with contractor is crazy nightmares a lot of time. And and most of the time you don't, if you make money, great, and you fix and flip, but if you don't, you lose your shirt. Okay. But anyway, if you buy a home to rent out, you usually don't make any cash flow, right? You need a lot of money, put in that down payment, doing the rehab, takes 6 months to a year before you make any money from it. And when you rent it out to long-term renter, you only make like a few $100 a month, which is enough to save up for the year so you can fix it when, the renter move out and it damages the property, okay? Versus for one home that you own, you can do 10 of these with arbitrage. What I call arbitrage would mean that you rent for one price, but you can re-rent it out for another price. So let's say you rent out for $3,000. Well, with our connection and resources, you can re-rent it out to company for $6,000. You're making double the market rent. So you cash flow like $2,000 per month. And for one home that you buy, you can do 10 of these arbitrage, because all you need is your first month rent, deposit, and furnitures, right? So question, would you rather make money from one property or 10 properties? 10 properties, right? Okay. And you can also have 10 times less risk, because when you spread your money out in 10 different pockets, 10 different houses, even if one of them don't work out, you're okay. It's only 10% of your income. But if you just put all the money, nest egg, into one property, one rehab, if something happened to that, you lose the entire nest egg. You make sense? You don't want that happen. Okay. So with that being said, you want to be able to maximize your return. And the fastest way is to leverage OPP, other people property. Write that down. What is the difference in short-term and mid-term rental? How many here do short-term? Put down in the chat. Okay. So short-term is anything less than 30 days. It's usually a few days or the weekend. Mid-term is usually longer than a month, all right? Usually 3 months to 6 months. Tenants, short-term are vacationers, so they tend to damage the property. Everything is an emergency, right? They're there just to have fun and throw events, party, drugs, alcohol, you name it. I scaled to 20-something vacation rental before, and even though I made good money, I did not have the freedom, okay? It was more like a job. And it's more like a 24/7, you know, hotel hospitality kind of deal where they can call you all the time. I don't want that, you know. Imagine every night and weekend have 20-something check in, 20-something check out. Then I decided to switch everything to corporate housing, and my life changed. Because with corporate housing, the average stay that we have is 3 months to 6 months with a 90-something% extension rate. And hear me, guys. You guys ever deal with eviction and stuff like that? Squatters is a pain in the butt, right? Guess how many evictions we had to deal with in the last 10 years doing this? Not just my property, with my hundreds of students nationwide. If you guess 100, that will make sense, right? 100 eviction over 10 years, hundreds of students. If you guess, but that's not the right answer. If you guess 10 or 20, that's not even the right answer. We actually have zero eviction, right? Because we deal with corporate clients who will pay and who will stay and who will do auto pay, and they have insurance. They're worth a lot of money. You know, they're worth tens of millions of dollars, sometimes $1 billion. So they're not going to do anything stupid like drugs, alcohol, or party. Make sense? So that's why it's super important you understand how amazing this your property is, this opportunity, this vehicle is, because, you know, instead of cleaning every week, every few other days, you clean every few months and you hire somebody else to do it. No, you don't have to do it. Okay. So anyway, for the new year, my best gift to you guys is my time. I'm doing in addition to doing these free live class, I also put down 5 hours this week for 5 lucky people to get one-on-one booking call with me. Okay. I also have my advisors as well. So if you don't get me, you're also in good hands. However, you want these spots, one of these 5 spots, you got to book it now. The link is in the chat. It's a free one-on-one consultation for 1 hour. All we ask for is you in a quiet place on a laptop, have your spouse or your business partner on with you, so we all be on the same page, and just being coachable and transparent, so that way I can help you. If you're not coachable or transparent, I can't help something I don't know about, right? So the link is in the chat if you want to book those calls. And that is a nice gift to you because I usually charge like $3,000 an hour. So there you go. Okay. Good stuff. Sounds good? Good, right? All right. What states are best for midterm rental? Things to look for in the city. The bigger the cities, the higher cost of living, the bigger the population, is actually better for corporate housing because there's a lot more companies, right? And then you can charge them higher rent. You're sick and tired of inflation, right? It sucks, right? However, it's actually really good when you're on the receiving end. When you're the landlord, inflation actually help you. Make sense? So when you're a landlord, inflation will actually help you, okay? Because the cost of living is higher, the rent is always higher, you see? So for example, in California, New York, Chicago, instead of making only $2,000 a month, some of my students make $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month. You see what I'm saying? Per home, because it's a higher rent area. Other key factors to consider is populated and large city, up and coming cities, and cities in transition. all you gotta do is check the U-Haul stats of the US. That's the key secret to find out where are they building more U-Hauls, where are people moving into and moving out of, okay? Obviously, you want a city where people moving into, right? So, and then cities that are entrepreneurs friendly, cities that have higher rent, you know, all of these need to be in factors. What make a location ideal for midterm rental? Write this down, 3 H's: highways, hospitals, and hotels. Okay, highways, hospitals, and hotels. Why? Because when the government dropped $1 trillion into the highway system, when the hospital dropped 100 million to $1 billion, and hotels into building their buildings, don't you think they already done their research? Yes, right? Why do you and I need to do more research? Okay, so follow the whales, you're gonna succeed. Write that down. So this is the 3 magic H's. When 2 highway intersect, where attention flow, money flow. Okay, so when 2 highway intersect, guys, when it's close to hotels and there's hospitals building around it, you pretty much have a pretty good chance of having a great location. Right? So boom, the number 1 rule in real estate is location, location, location. Why? Because that's the only one that will not change. You can change everything about the house except the location, right? Okay. You want to avoid downtown HOA restricted areas. Why? Because downtown has a lot of regulations, has a lot of restrictions. The hotel don't want us to win. So that's why I pull out vacation rental a long time ago. I don't do vacation rental because I see the trend. You know, hotels lobbying, more regulations. The city have more regulation because, you know, they're gonna favor the bigger kahuna like the Hilton or the Hyatt or something, you know. So, and then doing short-term rental is like building your castle on sand, because y'all remember COVID, y'all remember 9/11. Did you know 100% of all vacation rentals shut down during COVID and 9/11, right? Because nobody was traveling. However, corporate housing survived, but also thrived because most of these projects got extended through COVID, right? And with the extension, these employees stayed out place. Make sense? So nice suburban neighborhood with good schools. Single family home is what you're looking for, not apartments. The single family home is more leniency, and also people rather stay in a single family home. Company has more leeway, more resources. They don't want to stay in a tiny little apartment, right? What are the risks associated with poor location choices? Low demand and seasonality is definitely one. Okay. Higher vacancy rate. Okay. Difficulty attracting quality tenants. Okay. Decreased property value as well. So location choice is a very important thing, as you can see why. Okay. All right. Again, book a free consultation call. No charge. You know, and we're gonna walk away with a strategy for you to attack 2025 and make it. What if you can have all your dreams come true this year, 2025? Okay. What if you're 1 step away from achieving all of this? Would be worth it. If this call is a call that will change your life, change your mindset forever, would be worth it. Right? Absolutely. Okay. So I see, again, I only have 5 spots and look like a couple of them are already taken. So you want to book this call right now before it's all run out, and after that, you know. All right, so don't miss out on the best way to pick somebody been doing this for 10 years like I have, okay? Question 4, how does location impact pricing in midterm rental? Seasonality. Effect on midterm rental pricing. Seasonality. Okay. The following impact on midterm rental pricing as well. You have closed down apartments. You have townhouses, HOA, and condos, oversaturated areas as well. So again, I want to focus you guys on single family home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2.5 bath, right? If you can get 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, that's even better. Not apartments, townhouse, or condos, even though if you have these, we can still help you maximize your reward. But if you're going to expand, why not expand into single family home when it's less regulated, is you have make more profit, right? You have more space for the client, so they're going to like it better. So those are the reason. And also, next slide here. What are the strategy for competing in saturated markets? Okay, so I quickly found out that Airbnb was good 10 years ago. It was decent 5 years ago. But in the past few years, everybody and their grandma do Airbnb, right? So that's why it's very saturated. It's like the red ocean for short-term rental. Most short-term rentals barely make any money or break even, okay? They just do a lot of work for nothing because they're catching a bunch of small fish every single few days, catch a fish, every few days, catch a fish. Whereas us, we catch a whale every few, we catch a whale that will stay for months. They have 90-something% extension rate. So there's like 20 times less work because the length of stay 20 times longer. So our recommendation is do midterm, do corporate housing. That's the #1 way you can compete in saturated markets with Airbnbs, right? Because when you have our connections, our resources from the corporate clients, from the insurance clients, once they checked in, there's nothing you got to do for like months at a time. Months, okay? And then secondly, you want to set up to stand out. You want to set up to stand out, guys. Once you do midterm, you set up to stand out so that way you can get more clients, right? And then do arbitrage. Don't buy, because when you buy and do rehab, stuff like that, when you're wrong, you can lose easily 50K, 100K, 200K, maybe your life savings, or sometimes, people who save 5-10 years to buy, right? And then if you are wrong, you need to take like a big loss, and then you take like months for you to sell it, for months for you to rehab it. When you do arbitrage, for one home that you buy, you can do 10 arbitrage, which means you rent a vacant home, you furnish it, and then you re-rent it out, okay, for a higher price. Arbitrage is just a fancy term of a difference between two prices. That's where the arbitrage come in. So imagining, instead of buying one house, you can take the same amount of money and do 10 of these arbitrage. You want to make money from one house or 10 houses? 10, right? And then you can test 10 different markets instead of put all your eggs in one. Make sense? So when I figured this out, it's like an epiphany, a light bulb came up, right? Because here's the crazy thing. Does Airbnb even own any properties? No, no. Airbnb don't even own any property. And yet they become the biggest, best hospitality company in the world in the shortest amount of time. Why? Because they know how to leverage OPP, other people properties. Make sense? So you want to learn how to leverage other people property, and then the sky's the limit for you. Okay? So here's the corporate housing formula for arbitrage. You do first month rent plus deposit, about 5 to 7K, depending on where you're at. You can either buy the furniture, another 7 to 9K, or you can rent the furniture Either way, you're gonna charge the corporate clients about double the market rent, plus or minus utilities. So therefore, on average, each property you make 2K a month. If you want 10 to 15K a month, you only need 5 properties. If you want 20 to 30K a month, all you need is 10 properties. And when you do 2 a month, which is very doable, you can get to 10, 15K a month in 3 months. You can get to 20, 30K a month in 6 months. We help many people who've done that. So question, imagining you making 10, 20, 30K a month in passive income, how you feel, right? How would you carry yourself? What will be different, right? So with this, the return on investment, so your total, if you do the math, is about 10 to 15K. Let's say 12K for easy math to get one of these going. That's a lot better than 120K when you buy a home and fix it up, right? So 10 times less than buying or doing rehabbing traditional real estate. You make 2K a month. In 6 months, you make your money back. In your first year, you double your money. What kind of return is that? That's 100% return. Who in here getting 100% return on their money? Okay. Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time, only getting 20%. And by the way, Tony Robbins asked Warren Buffett, what's the biggest, best investment of all time? You know what he said? You know, Tony started leaning in and is like, oh, you're gonna, drop like the best gem, the best company, the best, real estate or strategy or vehicle, whatever. You know what Warren Buffett said? He said the best investment that I made in my life was into myself. He bought a communication course when he first started, and that has exponentially grown, and started to keep on investing in himself. So remember that the best investment you can make is in yourself. But anyway, by now you can see how fast you can do this. And by now you know how to make this happen. And by now there should be no more excuses, because the biggest thing that hold people back in real estate is the capital, right? Or the resourcefulness to get the capital. But I show you how with only a few $1,000 you can get in the game. Okay. Now, if you don't even have $10,000, you can do co-hosting, which means you can manage property for other people, and you can still make 20, 30%, which is about $700 to $1,600 a month. Okay. Initial expense is 0 because you just manage somebody else's property. You're connecting the dots, like Steve Jobs said. The landlord will pay for the furniture, so you don't even need to invest in furniture. You can charge 2 times the rent. So that's infinite return. Make sense? Infinite return. So 5 properties, that's $3,500 to $8,000 a month right there. 10 properties, that's $7,000 to $16,000 a month right there. You see what I'm saying? So you're not that far away from your goal. Literally within 3 to 6 months, you can hit your goals and have freedom the rest of your life. Instead of like me, when I went to school for 8 years, got my MBA as well, by the way. 8 years of school, 400K in tuition to get what? A job. Y'all went to college? How much did you or your parents invest in your college? Even your scholarship, how much would it, cost, right? And what do we get from it? We get a dead-end job. I was frustrated, burnt out. I look at my mentor. You want to know where you're going to be in your job 10, 20 years from now? Look at your mentor who's been there for 10, 20 years. That's where you're going to be. I look at my mentor, been there 20 years. He was frustrated, burnt out, got sick because of job, and complained every day. I don't want your life. And the funny thing is he became my students years later. Anyway, the book of free consultation called FAST method. Find the right locations, the F. A, ask to sublease. S, set up to stand out. T, tap into the corporate clients. This is the 4-step proprietary system that I come up with to, do this business. So today we cover the main topic is finding the right location, right? So I'm not gonna go over that again. 3 H's: highway, hospital, and hotels. Remember that. That's the golden nugget. A, to ask to sublease. So once you understand this, how do you pitch the landlord to give up their property to you? Well, when you do it yourself, the landlord gonna ask you, I like you, I like you, John, I like you, Mary, but how many of these have you done? For most people, they never done any of this, right? So they're gonna be like, oh, I don't know. Or it's my first or second one. You know what I'm saying? So how hard is it for somebody to give up their $1 million property for somebody who's starting out? Very hard for them to do, right? So that's why I have figured out the best way for you to do it is not by yourself. It's not the lone wolf mentality. Okay? It's the team mentality. Question, if you like basketball, football, do you think you're gonna win if you're gonna play against the entire team on the other side? No way, right? Even if you're Michael Jordan or Tom Brady, you cannot win playing by yourself against the whole team. Okay? If you don't have a team, don't worry. I have built one for you. It took me 10 years to build. Okay. So here you go. You go on beyondchn.com, click on partnership, and you can see these are my students all over the nations that have made it, right? Have their own website, logo, properties professionally. And you can tell them, hey, we are part of a nationwide corporate housing network, hundreds of properties combined with 100 direct partners nationwide. And we have over 10 years combined experience, 10 years experience, 20 years combined experience, actually. Which one would you do business with? Somebody who brand new or somebody who can leverage, have instant credibility? You get it? You get instant credibility. Like, for example, this gentleman here, you click on it, you will see his property very professional. Within his first month, he did 5 properties with us, and he'd make about 15K a month in passive income. And then he went home and take care of his mom for like 6 months. Still make that money, right? Still make that to this day. So that's just one example, but there's so many other examples that we have helped. But anyway, do you see the difference? Do you see why, if you do this by yourself, it will be like virtually impossible for you to win? Because people are gonna ask you, how many of these have you done, right? And it's gonna take like a miracle for somebody to give up their $1 million home for a newbie. Okay, so sorry to break it up to you, but whatever you do, but the good news is you're at the right place at the right time with the right team, with the right people, right? I always tell people, I believe in everybody. Everybody can do this. But if you do this by yourself, it's just going to take you 10 times longer. It's going to cost you 10 times more in mistakes and pain. And 99% of people will quit because it's too hard. Okay. Or they don't know how to do it. So, but since you are here, you're at definitely the right place, the right time. We're the #1 in the industry. We have all of the script, the strategy, the best practices, everything. Okay. Now, that is the second step, to ask the sublease. The third step is to set up to stand out. Not only once you get the property, you got to know how to set up to stand out. There's so many people doing Airbnb, you got to outcompete them. Okay, well, you got to be a step above. How do you do that? And also, how do you save money on the furnitures? How do you list your property in a way that talk to the corporate clients? You see, these all come into place. Oh, by the way, put down your questions in the chat. And when I have a moment, I'm monitoring the chat, my team as well. So we can answer your questions, okay? So put out all your questions and go from there. All right, so let's get back to this. And then the T is to tap into corporate clients. How do you get to corporate clients? Most people will only list with Airbnb or VRBO. We list with a lot of the secret platform that nobody know about, okay? Because we've been doing this, we test everything under the sun in this industry, and we found there's only a few that actually legit and work, okay? So you get direct booking from corporate clients, okay? Therefore, you save a ton of money versus going through Airbnb, VRBO. They charge like an arm and a leg. We do use Airbnb VRBO, but you know, we have other sources outside of that that will get you the corporate clients that you simply leverage what we build, the resource that we build, so that way you get the clients right away. Make sense? That's it. That's a fast method. That's the intro to the fast method. 4-step success. Okay. Now there's a lot of questions about co-hosting. With co-hosting, you understand the profit first. When you rent it for 3,000, you can sublet it for about 6,000. You make 20% by co-hosting or managing, so that's 1,200. Utilities 500, vacancy 600. Total net rent to the owner 3,700. So you still make an owner the extra $700 in cash flow. Remember, most landlord will only make 10% of traditional rent. Okay. So in this example, the landlord only making 300, and now you come to him, you tell him that he can make 1,000. That's triple his cash flow. And while you do all the work for them, do you think they're gonna say yes or yes? Of course, right? Who doesn't want that? Because we are solving the landlord problems. If the owner manages a property, they're dealing with squatters, they're dealing with evictions, a lot of time and money. You know, how many here deal with evictions or squatter? It's a pain in the neck. It's a nightmare, literally. But with us, guess how many evictions we had to deal with in the last 10 years doing this? Hundreds of properties nationwide, hundreds of students. Zero, right? Zero eviction, because this last thing the corporate clients company want is a lawsuit against them, you know, or some crazy stuff where ruining their reputation because they have more to lose. You see what I'm saying? So corporate clients has more to lose. They're not going to do anything stupid. Now, when the owner manage, that's also they have to maintain the property. There's usually no profit with long-term rental because you know, you have to pay the mortgage, tax, insurance, everything, maintaining it. Whereas us, we are making them tripling their profit. Instead of making just a couple $100 a month, they can make $1,000 a month as the property owner, and we do everything. Makes sense? And then we have enough profit margin that we can hire a professional. The last thing you want to do is fix a toilet. Okay, it sucks. It's gross. But when we manage with the corporate clients, we have the margin, the profit to hire a professional, plumber, electrician, AC people, handyman, you know, that they get it done faster, better than you and I. Okay. So the pitch to the landlord is, how would you like to double or triple your cash flow while I do all the work? Double or triple the cash flow while I do all the work. Okay. You only need a couple of landlords to achieve your financial freedom. So don't ever give up. You get it? Because you can double or triple your cash flow and, you know, you do the work for them, which is not that much work, by the way, because it's midterm corporate housing. And then step 4, you want to just scale it. Send them a monthly report and scale it. For example, take a screenshot of this, put this on a wall somewhere, screensaver. This is all you need to get financial freedom. The Holy Grail, you know what the Holy Grail to financial freedom is? Write this down, guys. The Holy Grail to financial freedom is multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. Multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. Because if your income is totally dependent on your job right now, you're actually in a very risky and dangerous place. Question: if something happened to your job tomorrow, to you today, what will happen to your income? Who will take care of your family? Nobody, right? Now imagine you have 10 houses, 10, 20 houses making you money while you sleep. Even if one of the houses burned down tonight, that's only 5 or 10% of your income. Is it really gonna matter for you? No, right? You can still sleep at night. Make sense? So that's why the Holy Grail to financial freedom, I repeat, this one point is what I see across all the billionaires, is they all have multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. This dated back thousands of years. That's how the Lord become Lord, the king become king, the queen become queen, because they own the land that the peasant rent for. Okay. But anyway, so you can't own the land. The next best thing is for you to control the land and manage it. Okay. Leverage it. Okay. But anyway, month one, do one property, make 2K a month. Month two, you do 2 property. Now you have 6K. Month three, you do 2 more property. In 3 months, you can make 10K a month, passive income. In 6 months, you can make $20,000 a month. In 12 months, you can make 40, 50 a month. You can make more than surgeon make these days with this business, with only a few hours a week. Okay. The difference between this and a surgeon is they still trade the time for money. Even it's high money, you know, maybe 1,000, 2,000 an hour, but it's still trading time for money. Whereas this is you make money in your sleep. How many here want to make money in your sleep, right? You literally make money in your sleep with this. Okay. People sleep at your property, you make money, right? That's awesome. And this is legacy money, guys. Imagining if you have this for 10 years, that would be millions of dollars you can pass on to your kids, grandkids, teach them a new skill set where they can learn a business where they can grow and not just trade your time for money, right? Trade your time for money is like the worst trade in the world, right? Agree? It's like you're trading your life for money. Okay. Co-hosting, financial freedom formula. Month one, you do 1 property, you get 1K a month. Month two, you do 2, now that's 3K a month. Month 3, you do 2 more property. By month 6, 11 property make you 11K a month. So co-hosting, you make 1K a month instead of 2K a month, but you have less risk. You're not putting any money down. Remember that. Make sense? And also with co-hosting, you can actually scale faster because you're not putting any money down. So instead of doing 2 a month, you can do 3 a month. If you do 3 a month, in 12 months, you have 34 property, make you 34K a month. Boom. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so book a free consultation call if you haven't already. The link in the chat. We are the oldest coaching community for midterm rental and the #1 in the industry. Our advisor and people that have been with us are all graduates from my mentorship. This is Michael Harris, one of my top advisors. He helped hundreds of people, a great man. You probably, when you book a call, you probably get him. And if you're lucky enough, you can get me. So book that call now if you want to. If not, don't waste anybody's time. You gotta be serious about this. It's the new year, guys. If you don't do this now, when will be a good time to do this? I mean, if people don't take action on January, you think they're gonna take action in June, December? January is the best month to take action on your dreams, your goal. Okay. Stop procrastinating on your dreams, guys. Okay. Why would you want to wait for another year? Like every single year, some of my friends call me and say, I'm about to do something. I'm serious this time. And then every year, oh, it's the same old story. This excuse, that excuse. Isn't it about time for you to stop making excuses and really just make that leap of faith? It's not even a leap of faith, it's more like a step of faith, because we got everything for you. We have hundreds of testimonials. You can see all these are my students who got success, right? So what does it look like to be a part of our community? Number one, you got to get rid of any limiting beliefs that hold you back from your success. Step 2 is you want to do the fast method so you can start your business. Step 3, we give you weekly mentorship. You can stay focused. And then step 4, you scale your business. But the most important step, number 1, is you got to get rid of limiting belief and disassociate with people who tell you can't do something, right? People who are small or they can't do it, they tell you that you can't either. Disassociate with them, even if they are your mom, your dad, guys, okay? Because even if they mean well, look at the fruit in their tree. If they don't have what you want, it's about time you seek mentorship somewhere else that have what you want, okay? So you've seen the testimonial, you've seen everything that we have to offer. Right now, I want to give you a very, very special deal for the new year, okay? So I put something very, very, very special for you guys, just for this group, okay? That's it. This is the only time that you will actually see this, because for this group, right? Because I want to help you. I want to be able to help everybody. My mission in life is to help 1 million families get financial freedom. 1 million families get financial freedom and break the generational curse. Okay. So here's the deal that we can for the new year. This is a very special offer. Okay, so check this out. All right, with this offer, you get VIP access to all my live class every single week. Have this been helpful for you guys today? Right? Would you like to have this every single week? It's a VIP where you can ask me any questions and I will answer you first. And also, you need me to stay longer, I can stay longer and help you as well. Would that help you with this new year? Right? So, and then every month, I also do a 2 days live challenge. So like next week, I have a 2-day live challenge, January 14 and 15. You can be VIP access to that as well. That's over a $5,000 value for the whole year. Okay, this is like a whole year, every single week. Okay. And then you also get the recording of the entire 6-figure 5-day intensive program where the worth value $1,250. Okay. And then, oh, by the way, you guys have any questions, put down in the chat. I will answer right after this. But there's a one-on-one strategy session with me personally. If you sign up today, I will give you 1 hour free of my time. Not my advice time, my time. So whoever sign up will only reserve for the about 3. Want to look for 3 slots for this today. You will get my personal calendar where you can book directly with me. Okay. So, and then the bonus is you get to be a part of a community where you can help with other people, talk with other people, learn collectively, not just by yourself. Okay. That's value is $999. You can also get my fast method, the blueprints, give you guys step-by-step process of how to build this business, how to find the right location, how to set up the standout as well. Okay. And recordings of all my live classes and challenge over $1,500 value. The total value of everything you saw is about $11,998. And that is real value, because if I help you make just one deal, you'll be making 20, 30,000 a year. If you have that one deal for next 10 years, that's 100K in your pocket. One deal, talking about one deal. And what if you can make 5 deals, 10 deals? If you can make 10 deals happen, when you make 10 deals happen, that your financial freedom, 5 to 10 properties can set you free. That's 10 to 20, 30K a month. How much your freedom worth? You know, how many here invest in college, right? How much do you put down in college? 100K, 50K? Is it worth it? Some people, yeah. Most people, no. Okay. How many in here actually practice what you learn in college, right? So college, I invest over $400,000 into my college, doctorate, MBA, to get a dead-end job. Okay. So would it be worth it for you to invest $12,000 to change your life forever, to live the life of your dream, to have freedom for the rest of your life? Yeah, right? Of course. Now here's the deal. The good news is I'm giving the best possible discount, because I know 2024 was a tough year for most people, and I want to give you the best possible discount possible. So for this right now, I'm extending this. This wasn't supposed to be in on December 31st, right? New Year's, but I want to help a lot of people, so I'm extending this. If you sign up today, I'm giving you not just 50% off, not just 60, 70% off, more like 80% off. Okay. Instead of 11,998, it's only 1,997 for the whole year of access of everything I lay out. Okay. And then you can, you know, make that step. Who in here want to take that step of faith? I want to recognize you. Put down in the chat, right? My team will send you my personal link to book a 1-hour consultation with me directly. Okay. Is that good or good, right? Only 1,997. That's most people, like, that's a bag from Gucci or Louis. Not actually, they're more than that. Chanel bag is like 10,000 these days. Okay. That's like a pair of shoes these days, you know, or a quick trip to the shows. We went to some shows, cost like $1,000 for 2 people. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Those things are great. It's a good time, but it won't change your life, right? But this will. Okay, this will. Imagining every single week you can tap into what I learned and what the collective learned for the last 10 years doing this. When you be better, when you do better, right? And if you just do one deal a month, even if not even 2 deals, 1 deal a month, 12 months from now, you have 12 houses, make you 20-something thousand a month. Imagine that, guys. How will your life be? How will your dream be? You know? So, I mean, don't take my word for it. You go to beyond bnbsecrets.com/testimonial. I'm going to play testimonials on here, and then you will see how amazing it is. Okay. So click on this link right now and grab this special offer while you can and while supplies last, because I only put out about 3 spots for this. I only need 3 spots for this week for this special offer. Okay. So, but you can see we have a ton of testimonial nationwide from all different color, different background, different states, everywhere. Check this out. Any
I want to
questions?
introduce somebody very special, amazing, awesome student who's working 50 hours a week with 2 little kids. Really blow my mind how working moms can also build a side business that within months able to make 6-figure income. Now she have 20 properties, 20 corporate housing, generating more than doctors make. And also travel. She travel, take vacation almost every single month. I'm just so happy and grateful to have her here. Is Coach Ann.
Hi guys, I'm Ann. To be correct, I'm actually having 21 properties. It wasn't that I'm taking vacation every month, but actually every week. I wouldn't be able to do all that without doing the corporate housings.
I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time on Instagram because for me, I'm thinking if I'm going to invest, I want to make sure that I invest wisely because I worked hard for my money, right? And so I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time. Our life has just been so much easier with corporate housing. With our one house for the last months, we've spent honestly the entire time like 5 hours within like these last 5 months. So an hour a month, guys, honestly.
What I like is the access, having access to Dr. Chau, the coach. I got his phone number. I can call him for anything. You got to make time or get on their schedule, but Dr. Chau is ready to answer my call. Bonus. I tested him. When I say test him, I test his character. And that's what I like about Dr. Chau. He's a real guy. That's why I appreciate Dr. Chau and the program himself.
It has been a learning experience for us because it's a whole new business. We also come from corporate America, college and real estate. All of that was completely new for us. I had a hard time with making the phone calls, but like you guys said, like, it's just important to just go for it and make the calls. And we did, we jumped on it, started making phone calls. And after that, it really only took 2 or 3 phone calls. We got our first property in September. We went to go meet the property owner and he's like an investor. And when he met us right away, we introduced ourselves, met him in person, shook his hand. Felt like we were family. He never did a background check on us, credit check, nothing. We signed the lease that night. Definitely a blessing. And then we had our house listed within 2 weeks after that. He actually referred us to an investor friend. So our second property that we got, they offered it to us. We listed it on a Wednesday and by Friday we had 3 inquiries and it's booked for 3 months now. This house that we got now, we rented for $1,895. I think with the insurance, we're charging $4,000 $2,200 per month.
We have faith in this program and we're happy with the coaches. Been really great to us. We're excited to get our third and fourth property by the end of the year, hopefully. Let's go.
Within the first month of joining the program, we had a baby. The next month, we onboarded 3 houses. What is your excuse? Let's get on board.
So last year, Kathy went to our event like this, just sitting in your seat. She had one property where she was struggling with short-term rental, blah, blah, blah. And now fast forward a year now, how many properties you have now? On average, $2K a month for properties. You're making 6-figure income, man, in 1 year.
Right now I have 3 properties.
Awesome. And how much you make average per property per month?
About 3 to 3.5 per property.
3,000 to 3,500 per property. So man, you're killing it. And those 3 properties making you almost 10K a month.
I started my program last September. I started with nothing, had just enough money to get 1 house. Now I'm at 9 houses. I took 5 houses last October. My gross annual right now per month is about $65,000 a month.
This is one of the best masterminds I've been to. I've formed a lot of great relationships, partnerships, just from this one weekend. Better concepts of how to do this business, what to say, how to do it, who to do it with, who not to do it with.
Thank you, Dr. Chau. Thank you for this event. I felt truly at home.
Okay, guys, so any questions? This deal, sign up now and then you get my direct booking for my time, okay? So I promise you it'll be worth it. It'll be one step to freedom, okay? Now, if for those of you who this might be a stress for you, which I understand this is the best deal, you can do a 6-month access for $997 or even a like $197 a month, okay? There should be no excuses, okay? I have created everything I can to make it like crazy deal for you. You know, if you don't, if you can't even put down a couple grand a year for your future, for your investment, what can you do? You know, like, I mean, come on, what are you waiting for? You know, if anything, just put down $197 a month and show me you're serious, and I spend an hour with you, and really find out. We're gonna walk away with a strategy for you, the location. I want to know what is, you know, what you want, what you don't want, where you at, what's your experience level. All of this we will do in that one-on-one session with me. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Any questions at all? Put down in the chat. Okay. For those of you who sign up, put down in the chat too. So I want to congratulate you publicly and change your life. I look forward to see you on the call on the next one, the one-on-one with me, and we will take it from there, right? Sounds good, guys. Awesome. Now, save this link too. You need to do it sometime later, whatever. But there's no better time than now, right? When would now be the best time to do this? My Tony Robbins always said that. I always asked, you know, maybe I should wait because of this and that. And he always said, when would now be a good time to do this? If you look at the most successful people, they take action very fast and they change their mind very slowly. That's the key of the top 1,000 successful people in the world. The more successful they are, the more they're gonna see the opportunity. The billionaire told me once, the difference between a winner and loser is the winner will see the opportunity. Y'all see the opportunity. Congratulations. Secondly, is they recognize that they gotta seize the opportunity, not just see it, but seize it. There's only a windows of opportunity that's open. This window is open now, you know, for you to just take it, receive it, okay? Because you are worth it. You get it? So this window of opportunity open now for a reason. You and I are connected for a reason. I'm a Christian, I'm a believer. I believe God brought us together today. And I have the responsibility to give you my very best. And I believe I did. And also give you a very best possible deal till you get started on your journey, which is this right here, Like you can search high and low, but this is the number one way for you to get financial freedom that is backed up by real estate, that doesn't require a lot of time, energy, like most other businesses out there. You know, most businesses will fail within the first 5 years, and you have to work 40, 50 hours a week. This, you work a few hours a week without help, and you make 6-figure income in the first year. It's ridiculous, okay? All right, so anyway, with that, guys, the link's in the chat. You got no more questions, then I will leave you with one last thing, is to imagine yourself, what if all this did is to give you the freedom lifestyle, would it be worth it? Okay. If all this did is to give you peace of mind when you go to sleep at night, would it be worth it every day for the rest of your life? If all this did is to have your loved one look you in the eyes with tears, whether you're your spouse, your parents, your kids, and saying, you are my hero. Thank you for saving us, for your freedom, will be worth it. And most importantly is when you look yourself in the mirror tonight, after this call, you can say to yourself, I have at least tried. I have given it a shot. You know, instead of waiting when you're 60, 70, 80 years old on your deathbed and looking back and say, what if, right? That's the last thing I want, is looking back in my life and say, what if I took that chance? What if I didn't waste my life? What if God brought me 3 helicopters and a sailboat like this one? Obviously, but I said no. And then my life, you know, same old same over and over again for the rest of my life. Is that what you want? Or do you want to be able to change your life forever, like these amazing individual right here? Okay. They're no different than you and me. A lot of time they have a lot less experience than you. Truck driver, single mom, teenager, okay? This regular loan processor, ordinary people without any experience. We have helped make 6-figure within the first year with us. You can do it as well, okay? All right, with that, we're gonna bring it in, guys. We're gonna bring it in, okay? And we're gonna count down 10 to 1, and then we're gonna celebrate our freedom. For freedom is not free. So count down with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freedom! Yes, yes, yes. Celebrate yourself, guys. Celebrate yourself. Okay? Celebrate yourself, guys. Celebrate yourself. You are free. You are free. You are here. You made it. Okay? I love this. This is my best song for you guys. So much love. God bless. For those that sign up, I want to congratulate you for making the best decision of your life. And I'm super proud of you. It's all start with you, right? And then everybody else. Join you, you know? Let's go. Okay. So let's make it happen, guys. Celebrate yourself. Yes, yes, Pastor in the back. Good job for being here. Yes, yes, yes. Good job for being here, guys. Super proud of you. Okay. You can do this. Happy New Year. Get everybody in here. God bless you with the best possible everything. Okay. Make it happen, guys. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. Good night, guys.